Hey now, my name is Nick from Board Game Brawl, and this is your Kickstarter update. We're in a bit of a lull right now. It's post-Gen Con, but it's still a little bit too far out to get too excited about the stuff coming out at Essen. So a lot of the biggest news is going to be coming from Kickstarter. Let's take a look. Red Raven Games is bringing you Dingos Dreams, which is a family-weight puzzle game. You are trying to lead a spirit animal through a dreamscape, and you're doing this by flipping over tiles in this sort of puzzle-like grid in front of you. That's actually not the biggest news about this project. The bigger news is that as part of the project, you can get the second edition of City of Iron. Now, City of Iron was released just a couple of years ago from Red Raven, very critically acclaimed and beloved game, and they're just doing a lot of cosmetic changes. The artwork is going to be different. There are some rules changes as well, which are reflected on the board, like the bidding track has changed. And unfortunately, there is no upgrade pack for people who already own the first edition. Now, that's not a huge deal. Your first edition is still valid. Most of these changes are cosmetic. But the bigger issue for me personally is that it seems like a lot of publishers are going to the second edition well very, very quickly. It has not been that long since this game was released. In fact, they just put out an expansion less than a year ago. Is that going to be different now? Do we have to wait for a second edition of that? I don't know. I just think this is a bad trend in gaming in general. Prime Time is from Golden Egg Games, and as the name implies, it puts you in the role of a network executive who is trying to fill out the prime time lineup for your network. You have to get the actors, you have to get the show itself, you have to manipulate the different executives under your purview. It seems like a very, very interesting theme. It does look like a bit of a Euro game, but hopefully the theme really comes out through the mechanisms. Action Phase Games is bringing you Ninja Camp. This is a light family-weight card game. You take control of an anthropomorphic animal martial artist who is trying to make themselves the supreme martial artist. You start off with a couple of skills, but then you're going to get more as you navigate your character around a grid of cards, which is down on the table in front of you, which seems like a really interesting mechanism. Winds of Fortune from Safe Haven Games is a head-to-head strategic card game played out on a board. You take control of a fleet of ships represented by cards. Think Summoner Wars meets Dreadfleet, and you are trying to outmaneuver your opponent and get yourself into position to destroy their fleet. There are fantastical monsters, there's great artwork, all kinds of different things. Check it out if any of those themes or mechanisms catch your fancy. My name is Nick from Board Game Brawl. You can check me out at youtube.com/BoardGameBrawl. This has been your Kickstarter update. See you in the Funny Papers.